Good morning. It's 7. I needed that. Oh my gosh. I will say, if I had just gotten up at the normal time, which I had alarms set, I got up. It did rain at some point, and it rained in like the early morning. So if I had been walking at like 4:30 or 5, it probably would have been raining, and it's not raining currently. But last night, it's like I laid down, it was maybe 9. Obviously, it's like first night camp down in Grizzly country, so I was a little, there was like deer around this site. I mean, I could tell immediately hearing them running around that it was deer, so I wasn't like super worried, but maybe a little antsy. I remember laying up around midnight for a while, just kind of listening to things, because it was very quiet here, which is always like the frickin' worst. And yeah, I feel currently, my head feels good. I feel like kind of refreshed. Yeah, I needed that. It was hard to come back from the fact that like with driving and finishing the PCT and getting out here, and yeah, like I didn't sleep. Like I was awake in like all of the driving that we were doing, and then running around doing errands, and then like doing a 40 and a 40 and yesterday was like basically a 35, which isn't too bad. But so I'll still be starting almost an hour earlier than yesterday, and I'm really just trying to do like somewhere between 35 and 40. I really probably only have to do, if my calculations last night were correct, I only have to do like 35, 36, and it'll be a shorter day into Lincoln, and I'll still average 34 for the section. But yeah, I'm like mostly packed up right now. I'm just about to finish it off. But yeah, I slept in, and I have no regrets. I feel, God, I needed that so bad. The irony of spilling hot chocolate all over your bear mace in Grizzly country. I think I'm using this much left, and it's fine. I'll rinse it off. Massive apologies to whoever camps here next, because that's a lot of chocolate. Absolutely brutal way to start the day. It rained. Everything's wet. It's so overgrown. I mean, it's fine. Obviously, it's fine, but my legs and shoes and socks are wet already. Not as bad as if I forded a river, but pretty wet. And I mean, it was like this. It's going to be like this if I had to make a little guess. But what can you do? This morning, I am traveling down memory lane, recalling the first week of the CDT last year, 2024. Incredible memories, dude. See how out of breath I get. Dude, if you don't follow 9 Lives or Kelly Hayes on YouTube, you probably should. And you should go and watch her CDT vlogs from last year. We hiked together for the first like 2,000 miles. So it's funny, obviously we were on trail. We were living that experience. And I always said to her, yo, when I go home, I'm combating post-trail depression by watching, our entire thru hike on YouTube. But when I did go home after the CDT last year, I was only off trail for like 6 weeks before I started this on January 1st. So I'll actually probably wind up watching that after this. But just a blast. I mean, we started with a massive group of friends who had all met on other long trails. And like, probably not necessarily the best thing, because you all have like different speeds and styles, and we'd never all hiked together. We were just like friends. So, I mean, the group wound up splitting up because of mileage and stuff. But I hiked with Kelly or 9 Lives until New Mexico. So a really, really long time. Just a blast. This day is really memorable to me because I'm getting kind of close. I'll be near benchmark at the end of the day tomorrow, but we got caught in a crazy storm. I wound up getting up ahead of everyone because it was too cold to stop. And then it's like, okay, I need to run to town basically, but the town was a hard hitch. And then toward the end of the day, I think it was 7 or 10 miles left. Sun came out. I briefly stopped to dry some of my stuff. And then there comes 9 Lives. Like, heck yeah, dude. That was definitely the moment hiking together where I was like, oh, like, this is gonna be hype. We're gonna have a lot of fun hiking together. Like, it was a group of 6 or something, and only the girls pushed through the storm. And I was like, dang, I like this girl immediately. We got a super fast hitch into town together when we finally did get in, and the rest is history. Dear God, people. Dear God, help me. I'm filming this now while I'm still freaking out. Okay. Did I see the bear? No. But was there definitely just a grizzly bear just off the trail? Definitely less than 50 feet away? Yeah. I don't know. It was making tons of noise. Like, I didn't notice until I think I was talking to myself because this is all really overgrown. Now I'm so paranoid. It's all so overgrown. I've just been talking to myself like nonstop. And then it was like super loud scratching on a tree just off trail. Like, the noise was huge. It was kind of undeniable what it was. And then it's like I had to, the thing was like less than 50 feet away for sure, but the tree was a little up to my right. So, now I'm going through this. But because of that, I had to get closer to pass. But I feel like you want to go past, you don't want to linger around and piss them off. And it just started scratching the thing even more. And then I think it was like, it made some kind of a noise. And I just kept going by, like walked by pretty fast, obviously not too fast, but and got out of there. But the first thing I did was pull out my spray and take the safety off, which I've never done actually, because usually you're just carrying that around. Oh, that was fun. I'm like obviously well aware that there's bears out here. I've seen a lot of poop the last 2 days, but oh, damn, that got me. The trail is so brushy, wet, and overgrown. Like, now it's finally dry. I'm just like assuming it didn't rain in this area. But I mean, shit, like, only in such a brief period of time my shorts were soaking wet. So there's no other hikers really, so I took my shorts off. And now I'm just hiking in just my underwear, hoping I don't see anyone. But it's so much more uncomfortable to have like wet fabric sticking to your skin than it is to have wet, water droplets off of plants just brush against your skin. So I think this was the move. It's super windy and gosh, a lot of smoke has blown in. I know there's definitely fires south of here, but I don't think they are like a safety concern because they were closer to Lincoln, which is pretty far from here. And then there's been fires up near Canada I mean, there's literally fires everywhere, but yeah, the air has that like strong smell. Everything's blowing in. Curious what the rest of the day will hold. It kind of has felt like it might storm. 4 or 5 days ago, someone told me it was supposed to storm on Friday, which is tomorrow. And I mean, it rained like a little bit this morning. It's like there's like the teeniest little drops in the air, barely anything. But I'm going to be ending the day, like the last hour of the day generally is going to be spent climbing up a mountain pass to like 73 or 7,600 feet. So yeah, I'd be curious to see. It's funny, last time I did this same pass, right before Switchback passes Dean Lake, we got stormed on really bad getting to the lake and on our way up. And then like some of the guys I was with just weren't feeling up to going further, so we wound up camping there. It was a beautiful camp spot at the lake, and then went up Switchback Pass the next day. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember, that like really all the way to Augusta the weather was pretty dang bad. So it's funny. I just hope it holds for me. I think it will. It's a bummer because previously it's like if you're going into Augusta, like that's, you know, not super far away. That depending on how far I go today, it would have been like the end of the day tomorrow or first thing the next day. But I'm not going into Augusta. So if I got wet or anything, it would just be annoying. Some kind of a sign here. I guess we got a bridge out. But it's blocked off. Like, do I also use alternate route? Hello. It's like just before 4. Maybe like in the last half hour or so, I got onto Spotted Bear and alternate, which I was originally convinced I didn't do, and then now realize I definitely did. But it's kind of, I'm torn with whether I think I did the whole alternate or not, because there is a section where you can connect back. So like if you only wanted to do the first half of it, you could get back on the CDT pretty easy. And I oddly feel like we did do that, because on the actual CDT is like a guard cabin, and I know for a fact we hid out from the rain there. But now I'm trying to figure out, and I mean, I'll realize once I, you know, continue on this alternate, I'm gonna take it the whole way. Like, why not? Shaves off a little bit of mileage. There might be like a section where I guess like you sort of have to like bush back a little, because it looks like one trail ends and then you have to go a little, like maybe 50 or 100 feet for the next trail to start. But we'll see. I'm curious whether we got on and off of this, or if we backtracked on the CDT the mile to the cabin because it was raining. Because like when I do reconnect to the CDT, the junction's pretty close to backtrack to the cabin. I think I'm about to have to ford a river, but yeah, I have no idea. Oh, and I do have some memories about this. I might have wanted to cross this like way back there. I mean, I'm definitely gonna have to get my feet wet. Don't have to cross it yet. I could care less, I guess. I mean, my feet are finally dry from this morning, but I don't like to do anything scary. Yo, so funny that I just freaking said that. My far out hadn't loaded. So yeah, I was supposed to cross by the cabin. I have to backtrack point through to this cabin. And across the river there, I've just been following some random trail. It's hard, the combination of trying to listen to your guts and remember things and also think, what did we do? Why did we do that? Whatever. And it's fun when far out you pull it open and it doesn't indicate necessarily where you are. And I knew that looked really familiar, but it got me. It's raining, but it's the perfect rain if it just stays like this and hopefully isn't crazy on top of that pass. We'll see. The lake. We camped here last year, right over there in the trees. I'll go by there. So beautiful. All right. 35.78, of course, just paused it, even though I'm completely set up for the night. This spot, like, my pack kind of has to be there, otherwise I'm gonna slide all night. Like, yeah, so it's not amazing. All right, wow. I'm holding my hand there to keep the light from blinding you. It's like 8:45. I'm in my camp, completely set up for the night. Definitely not used to, like, not eating dinner anymore. Yeah, obviously I just need to figure something else out, and like the easy thing would be stopping like a couple hours before the end of the day, making something even like an hour before the end of the day, making dinner and like eating it on the go and then getting to camp. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard because I'm like, I would almost just rather spend that daylight time walking, even if like I know I need to eat the food. So I guess maybe I'll start eating my dehydrated meals for breakfast, because obviously it's not that I care about like eating. Like, I'm just not going to eat here in my tent at camp with bears, grizzly bears specifically. But in the morning, it's like, I mean, I made my coffee this morning. I'm leaving, so I don't care. But yeah, so I mean, I got extra water. I'll hopefully wake up a little early and eat a dehydrated meal for breakfast, because like, I'm not starving, but I would love to eat dinner. And I'm way too scared to eat dinner. And yeah, that's that. But not a bad day, almost 36. Actually saw 2 northbound hikers in the last like hour or so of the day. Well, the one guy, I was like playing my music out loud. The one guy recognized me, and I went over there and hung out with him for a while, which was really nice. He was, besides like very briefly seeing a father-son with a bunch of horses today, that was like the only person I've seen all day. I didn't think I was going to see anyone because I made it for the greater majority of the day before I did. But yeah. It rained a lot today, on and off, and not bad at all. The worst part's just everything's so overgrown that like you get soaked even when it's not raining. But yeah, I'm hoping it's clearer tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to be doing Chinese wall, and it was bad weather when I was there last time, so I would love for it to be good weather, but we will see.